It's apparently hard to be a Weezer fan. Weezer's first two albums were excellent. 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 Excellent albums. And that's not just my opinion. Many people share and hold these two albums in extremely high regard, fans and critics alike. It says so right here. But you know the old saying. Following a long hiatus, Weezer finally released a new album in 2001, cleverly titled The Green Album, and while this did not live up to the critical acclaim that the Blue Album and Pinkerton had, it was still deemed as being not bad. Following this, they've released a whole bunch more albums, and as we can see here on the Metacritic scores, they're not really that bad, but Weezer fans have a reputation for really saying that every album they've released since has been crap. Crap. As I said, not that bad. So here we are, a new Weezer album, and I'll spoil it right now and say that this has got a Metacritic score of 77, making it the highest album since Pinkerton. And I think this is correct. This is a fantastic album, and easily this is my third favourite Weezer album. Plus look at that monster. He looks menacing, but I bet he has a heart of gold. He's just misunderstood. He's a good guy. I think he's nice. He's just trying to find his friends. He's wondering where the party's at. He just wants to chill and listen to some Weezer. This album has guitars. This might sound obvious and silly at first, but this is the most enjoyment I've had from a rock album in quite some time. And a lot of that is because of the fantastic guitar work from both Rivers and Scott. This album also is a great one to sing along to. You have no choice. I also had this album in my car for a really long time, more than any other album ever. It was just a really good one to listen to when I had to get in my car and plod away to work and be like, oh great, here's 8 hours of work, and then coming home going, that sure was a crappy day of work. It was a great pick-me-up to listen to at those times. My personal highlights on the album are Ain't Got Nobody, I've Had It Up to Here, Foolish Father, and the Futurescope Trilogy, Parts 1, 2, and 3. Back to the Shack is kind of like a bit of an apology to all the people who have been complaining about Weezer's more recent stuff. But on that same token, I've Had It Up to Here is a giant fuck you to all those fans and critics who complained about the same albums. You know who you are. I really love the lyrics here, and the thing is, this is a great song about the hardships of trying to make art. Not just music, just art in general. After all, music is a form of art. I really love the lyrics here, and to me this is a great song about the hardships of trying to make art. Foolish Father is pretty much the last song on the album, and when I mean that, it just feels like it. This feels like the sort of song that you'd hear last at a show. It's got a choir singing it as well, and I really want to go to a Weezer concert now and yell, scream, everything will be alright in the end, which is the name of the album. Name drop! But the thing is, when Foolish Father finishes, you could have ended the album right then and I would have been happy. But then they decided to just chuck a little bit extra in the Futurescope Trilogy. This is a 3-part song, which is really, really awesome. So after the end that it's Foolish Father, surprise, it's not over yet. As great as Foolish Father was to end it, think of this as a live set. That was the main of the end set, and now we have the encore. The Futurescope Trilogy. It is worth clapping and screaming for. Futurescope Trilogy is a 3-part rock opera. Part 1, The Wasteland, rad guitars. Part 2, Anonymous, charming piano ballad which gets rocktacular. And Part 3, Return to Ithaca. This could be the greatest 2-minute instrumental I've ever heard in my life. It makes me want to dress up and run around like the Ultimate Warrior, which I do. This is pure energy in the medium of music. To sum it up, this album is awesome because of guitars, sing-along, and pick-me-up. This is my favourite album of 2014. Suck that, every album from 2014. This is better than all of you. Especially you.
Lana Del Rey's Ultraviolence.
It's a great package from beginning to end, and it kind of feels like a live show. I recommend this album to anybody who enjoys punchy rock music.